morning sun. You can call upon to truly bring your salvation. He's the only one to take his life and lay it down. And then 3 days later rise before the morning sun. That is the love of the Lord.
The love of the Lord.
Never, never.
Good morning to you, Grenada, Carrier, Coupé, Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world.
Jesus is the way.
It's Friday, the 16th day of June,
So take up your cross, my
2023.
come, my people.
30 minutes after 6 o'clock. Cynthia B says, good morning. So too does Catherine Phillip. Good morning, Innocent. Have a wonderful weekend. Yeah, you too, my dear. Hope you're doing fine. Nice.
If your mommy forsake you,
It's the start of another great weekend.
he's standing by to take.
Having a look at the Weather Channel yesterday, it seems as though we might have some inclement weather this week coming up.
Whatever your cross may be,
But it's a season, you know, that's the season for that, so we've got to prepare ourselves.
there is no other name, no way.
Ensure that you have an emergency plan for your home,
Walk upon the sea.
and everybody is aware of it.
The Prince of Peace, King Jesus is his
Good morning, Dr. Terence Walters. How are you doing?
beginning of time.
And the folks at NADMA,
It's the same. So
keeping us abreast of what's happening.
never, never let you down.
Remember, emergencies and disasters are not only hurricanes, huh?
To wash away your sin, my dear. So take up your cross,
Yeah. Fire is one too.
follow.
If you look at what's happening in Canada at the time being.
Lay down your button and follow.
Yeah.
Confess your sin.
So we've got to be prepared at all times. That's the idea.
Let's follow him, follow him. The love of the Lord will never let you down, I know.
Good morning, Lydia Cameron. Have a blessed and safe weekend. You too.
Jesus is
Yeah.
to wash away your sins.
Nice.
So take up your cross, my friends, and follow him. Time to wake up and follow. The love of the Lord will never let you down. Time to wake up and follow. But it's sure to place your feet on solid ground. Oh yeah, Jesus is the way to wash away your sins. So take up,
Good morning to you, Petlin,
follow him.
and the entire home circle, and everyone out there in Munich, in St. Andrew, Urban Mason and family. Good morning to you. Miss Vashti Stanislaus out there in Marquee. Good morning. How you doing, lady? You all right? Nice. So I hope everything is okay. Yeah, I keep telling people that I don't I don't stay sick for long, you know. I'm feeling not 100% yet, but I'm better than I was day before and yesterday, boy. Wow. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. 27 minutes on to 7 o'clock. That is the time. It is a Friday morning. A lot of folks look forward to Fridays. Yeah, Cynthia B says, got that right. Be like a Boy Scout. Always be prepared, yeah? Veronica Sandy says, good morning, GBN Grenada. Good morning, Gordon, Innocent, Joseph. Blessings to everyone. Hi, Karen Sandy. How you do? Good, nice. I think I have to get my glasses in. Can I find, or maybe my hearing aid? Which one? I ain't seeing properly. The folks at the Chichester home, good morning, good morning. How they do? Mommy? Yeah, she looks at the television. Phyllis Ramsey, good morning, Innocent. Just rise in Jesus' mighty name. That's nice. Thank God for life. Doris Morin Charles, good morning from Florida, my beautiful Grenadian people. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. Yeah. Florida is not as cold as other parts of the U.S., so you might be enjoying some summertime, some sunshine. Folks, the word of the day today, it is an adjective. It is perennial, and it is spelled P-E-R-E-N-N-I-A-L, perennial. and it is used to describe things that exist or continue in the same way or state for a long time, as well as things that happen again and again. Now, in botany, perennial describes plants whose life cycles are more than 2 years long, as in oregano is perennial. The noun perennial is also used in botany, as in oregano is a perennial. All right. Those of you in agricultural science, perennial annual plants, the corn and so forth. Yeah. Okay. Here's how we can use the word. Parking is a perennial problem in this quaint seaside town, especially during the summer. Well, we can localize it and say parking is a perennial problem in the town of St. George's. Yeah. Okay, every now and then you pass and you see the police have a clamp on somebody's vehicle because of lack of access to parking, so people get frustrated and they park wherever they see a space, and then they come back and see the clamp, We can also say hot dogs are a perennial favorite in barbecues. Yeah. Nice. 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock. That is your time. And the thought of the day. Good morning, Nadisha. And the thought of the day today, it says, when you face difficult times, know that challenges are not sent to destroy you. They're sent to promote, increase, and strengthen you. I'll reiterate that. When you face difficult times, know that challenges are not sent to destroy you. No, they're sent to promote, increase, and strengthen you. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. Yeah. Climb and maintain. Pray and worship. I would never forget that from Tyler Perry. Yeah, climb and maintain. Climb to an altitude where the atmosphere is not so, turbulent. And maintain that altitude by praying. Nice. What's buzzing this morning? Of course, we start off with Maggie, King of the Grill. The time is drawing nigh. 29th of July at the Monrouge playing field. That's the date. Make it a date. Don't be late. Come on early, 12 noon. That's the start time. It's going to be a day of fun, food, and music, and a whole lot of entertainment. 29th of July, Monrouge playing field. Yep. All right, the 2023 calendar of events for the Spice Mass Cooperation is out, and get yourself acquainted with it. As we speak, a delegation from the Spice Mass Cooperation along with the Grenada Tourism Authority, they're in Trinidad promoting our Spice Mass 2023. Yeah, Spice Mass is the best summer festival in the world. So also buzzing, the desk of the elderly within the Ministry of Social Development, in collaboration with its social partners, observed World Elderly Abuse Awareness Day on Thursday. That was yesterday. Now, a march through the town of Grenville helped to sensitize Grenadians on the issue of elderly abuse. Do we really have that? Do people take advantage or abuse elderlies? I hate to believe that. Yeah, elderlies, we should be taking care of them. They took care of us. Yeah. Good. Also buzzing this morning, $26,000 US in equipment, all right? Through assistance from the European Union, the Grenada Produce Chemist Laboratory has received the new equipment that will enhance its laboratory testing capacity in the fishing and agriculture sectors. $26,000, that's US worth of equipment was given to them, the folks at the Produce Lab. That's good. Good news. All right, Sandals Foundation presentation Okay. Students and teachers of the Food and Nutrition Department of McDonald College are now better equipped with the right tools to conduct the practical component of the subject, thanks to a donation by the Sandals Foundation yesterday. That's a naughty gesture, and it's given to my alma mater. Thank you very much, Sandals Foundation. Nice, nice. Colored bins are being placed in strategic locations across the country as part of a waste separation drive spearheaded by the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority. Yeah. And not only that, but Grenada and Dominica, I think they have been earmarked to spearhead this initiative on waste disposal and management. Yeah, good morning to you, Myrna Julian, and the team at the Solid Waste Management Authority. Also buzzing, the General Secretary of the New National Party, Roland Bola, has dismissed what he called ground talk as it relates to any form of party squabble between the party leader, Dr. Keith Mitchell, and Member of Parliament for the Tongue of St. George, Peter David. Roland says there's no squabble, so if Roland says that, it's that. And it's that, alright? Okay, also buzzing, Dr. Keith Mitchell's new attorney, Jerry Edwin, represented him at the defamation case against Claudette Joseph on yesterday, the 15th of June. Now, Edwin took over the case 2 weeks ago from attorney Nigel Stewart, a close source revealed. The court ruled in Claudette's favor, setting aside the default judgment he obtained against her in 29th January 2021. The matter will now proceed in accordance with the rules of the court. And those are the buzzing stories this morning. So once again, we'll be having the conversation after 7. And just a reminder, the word of the day today is the word perennial, and it is an adjective. And also the thought of the day is when you face difficult times, know that challenges are not sent to destroy you. They're sent to promote, increase, and strengthen you. Take them with a smile and a pinch of salt. Yeah. So get your thoughts in line. We'll have a conversation after 7 this morning. Yep. All right. Cynthia B says, well, Desmond Clovey, good Friday morning, everyone. Let's see who else is here. Okay, Marilyn Gordon, good morning. Gordon, good morning, everyone. Okay, all right. Unit Cyrus Horn says, Keith, why Jerry? Jerry doesn't win any case. Okay, be careful what you're saying about my attorney, right? Rochelle, good morning, Mr. Innocent. Blessed morning, yes. Athalanga and Keith is at the bottom now. Oh gosh, boy, just leave the politics alone now. Oh God. Thank you, Innocent, for the uplifting song this morning. I do my best. Thank you. Folks, those of you on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Those of you on the classic platform, we've got the AM edition of news, sports, and the weather forthcoming. Stick and stay. We'll be back after 7.
Someone to help you to your feet. I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you. No, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands. We got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you ride, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you ride, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side.
Lexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening, I'm Kenroy Batiste. Reminiscent of the days after the death of Kim On-Bell, another protest calling for justice for the young man will be held on Friday outside the Coast Guard base in True Blue, St. George. Friday's protest follows a ruling handed down at the end of the coroner's inquest on Tuesday, which declared the boating incident that claimed the life of the 22-year-old Woburn resident in April last year an accident. Investigations conducted with assistance from the regional security system have determined that the boat captain and the 2 crew members involved are not culpable. This means that the officers will not be criminally charged for murder or manslaughter in connection with Kim On-Bell's death. However, the family can pursue a civil claim against the government of Grenada. A flyer has been circulating on social media encouraging support for the protest on Friday, which is scheduled to commence at 9 a.m. at the Coast Guard base in True Blue. For the 36-year-old Venezuelan national accused of the execution-style shooting of Chanel Blackman, also known as Shizzle, in March 2018, will know his fate next Tuesday. His non-capital murder trial, which commenced at the St. George's No. 1 High Court early this month, was expected to wrap up on Thursday. However, the matter has been adjourned following approximately 3 hours of closing remarks to the jurors by the prosecution and defense teams. Female High Court Judge, Madame Justice Paula Guilford, is expected to sum up the 5-year-old case when it resumes before her next Tuesday, following which she will instruct the jury on its role to determine a verdict. The murder accused, Ricardo Edgar, who is being represented by attorney-at-law Jerry Edwin, was arrested and charged in 2020, 2 years after Blackman's killing. Blackman was shot to death in an area close to where he lived with his female companion in Belmont, St. George. Edgar, who is currently on remand at His Majesty's prisons, continues to maintain his innocence. If convicted of non-capital murder, he could face a maximum penalty of life imprisonment. Other news, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has cited the need for adequately trained procurement officers within the public service. He was at the time highlighting the role and functioning of the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation, noting that its function goes beyond beautification. The Prime Minister said the process of training has begun with the aim of having procurement officers attached to specific projects.
We recognize a number of things have to happen for us to be able to implement, and I'll give an example. A lot of the projects are infrastructure or depend on some component of infrastructure, but you have no procurement officers. You have no project managers, right? And that's because we have not invested in our people. We have not trained them, and obviously if you don't see the importance of implementing, then you don't see the need for training project managers or procurement officers. And so those are some of the things that we've begun to work on, because that's one of the challenges we find with the implementation. We don't have officers who understand the procurement requirements of CDB, of the World Bank, of the IMF, or even where people give you grant funding.
The Prime Minister said the Ministry of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation necessitates people's involvement on a voluntary basis. Of the 3 components of that ministry, he said implementation requires accountability.
Implementation is a big one, because the challenge we've had really is just that. Part of it is a lack of will as in leadership to implement. Part of it is a culture, and part of it is structural, in that I talked about the fact that many of the rules that govern the public service predate independence and really is not suited for a modern public service. And so the ability to implement means we have to be prepared to hold ourselves accountable. We can't say it's okay to get funding for a project and then simply not implement the project and lose the funding, because the country loses credibility. Donors, lenders simply would not want to have anything to do with you again, because you're asking for help or you're asking for loans, you get the loans, and then you don't implement the project.
Right. The Prime Minister, who is also the Minister for Infrastructure and Physical Development, says there must be peer review.
As well as to keep us honest. We have to have peer review. If, as the Minister of Infrastructure, I said we're going to have a project done in 6 months, MIT is going to come in at the halfway stage and say, Prime Minister, you said this was going to be ready in 6 months, 3 months has passed, and you haven't even scratched the surface. You're not going to make it in 3 months, so let me help you. And we have to be prepared to take that help because at the end of the day, it is for the success of the government. Now, and that requires interministerial cooperation. You don't need to own failure. There's no need to fight over territory if all you're going to get is failure. So if you need help, accept that you need help. If you are not meeting your own performance criteria, accept that you need help. And MIT is designed to come in and help and show you up.
Now, the desk of the elderly in the Ministry of Social Development, in collaboration with its social partners, observed World Elderly Abuse Awareness Day today. A march through the town of Grenville today helped to sensitize Grenadians on the issue of elderly abuse. More in this report.
Community members, students, officials in the Ministry of Social Development, the Desk of the Elderly and other stakeholders carried placards advocating for an end to abuse of the elderly as they march in the streets of Grenville today, joining the world in recognizing World Elderly Abuse Awareness Day, June 15th. They also used the occasion to advocate for more love and care for elderly citizens. Lydia Thomas, social worker at the Desk of the Elderly, says the international theme this year is closing the circle.
We're looking at the theme this year. The theme this year is Closing the Circle, and that's addressing gender-based violence in older age policy, law, evidence-based responses. We're going through Grenville, around Grenville, and we're ending at the car park, where we will have speeches on elder abuse and prevention of elder abuse. We'll have the Minister for Social Services, Social Development speaking, and we'll also have our PS and other stakeholders and NGOs speaking against elder abuse.
According to the chairperson of the Geriatric Networking Group, Gloria Philip Thomas, statistics show that by the year 2025, the world will be more heavily populated with elderly people than young. She said what is needed at this time is to educate the future generation on how to properly care for older people.
Sometimes we don't understand abuse, but abuse can be direct or indirectly. Sometimes people deliberately abuse others. Sometimes we don't know that we're abusing because we don't know how to look after others. What we need in Grenada, and I say this without any reservation or any apologies, we need to have good, compassionate caregivers. And I don't mean caregivers alone that work in homes, but I think we also have to educate those of us who are children and grandchildren looking and taking care of elders, how to do it and how to do it professionally, how to do it with love and compassion, respect and dignity. I think one of the things today should be able to do in Grenada as a yearly event is to make the whole nation be aware that aging is something, as Ms. Thomas says, that's going to happen to all of us if we're fortunate, and we would all want to be treated with dignity, respect, love.
Minister with responsibility for social development, Gloria Thomas, who was part of the event, reiterated that her ministry is dedicated to the care and the safety of the elderly. The older folks are the ones who laid the foundation for those who are here, and as such, they need to be cared for, said Thomas. She explained that her ministry's next course of action is to change legislation that will aid in the better care of the elderly.
We have training ongoing. Training is part of the operations of the ministry, and right now we are into legislation. We're doing legislation to protect the elderly. We're going a bit further to regularize the offerings that are given in elderly homes and at institutions. I think they play a very, very important part in society, and we should treasure them. They would have given a lot of years to this country, sometimes in their own way, raising their children if they didn't hold a job, or even they hold a job, making a valuable contribution to the development of this country. And I think this is very, very important for us to recognize and to appreciate.
For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
News, welcome back. Minister of State with responsibility for agricultural lands, fisheries and cooperatives Senator Adrian Thomas joined his Latin American and Caribbean counterparts of the 10th Forum of the Parliamentary Front Against Hunger in Santiago, Chile on Wednesday. So we can tell you the Parliamentary Forum is an ongoing initiative in partnership with the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, which seeks to eradicate hunger, malnutrition, and food insecurity in Latin America and the Caribbean. Deliberations at the one-day meeting focused on the alarming cost of healthy diets in Latin America and the Caribbean. According to data from the FAO, Latin America and the Caribbean face marked challenges to eradicate hunger and malnutrition. The Food and Agriculture Organization maintains that a solid political commitment, accompanied by adequate technical assistance for the development of public policies, will be able to achieve lasting changes over time. Through assistance from the European Union, the Grenada Produce Chemist Laboratory has received new equipment that will enhance its laboratory testing capacity in the fishing and agriculture sectors. We have the rest of the details in this report.
As part of the 11th European Development Fund, EDF, a sanitary and phytosanitary measures project, the Produce Chemist Laboratory is now equipped with new tools valued at approximately US $26,000. The equipment handed over during a short ceremony at the laboratory included a microwave digestion oven, a benchtop multi-parameter pH conductivity meter, and a field pH conductivity and dissolved oxygen meter. Following the handover, laboratory staff were engaged in a training session. The Produce Chemist Laboratory operates under the Ministry of Agriculture, and in accepting the equipment, Permanent Secretary Aaron Francois expressed satisfaction with the efforts to strengthen the fisheries sector's capabilities.
The fisheries sector is a very, very important subsector for us. Over the years, we have been growing that sector, and certainly with the high level of export trade that is involved in the fisheries sector, the assistance in food safety is extremely important for us. And so we want to take the opportunity to thank the European Union in particular for making the funding available to finance this project, and our partner ICA.
The Inter-American Institute for Cooperation on Agriculture, ICA, was the executing agency for the 11th EDF project. Greg Rollins, ICA's representative in the Eastern Caribbean states, acknowledged the equipment's potential to support the project's objective of enhancing the national regulatory and industry food safety systems in the fishing and agriculture sectors.
Equipment that has been purchased for the laboratory under this technical assistance activity will contribute to strengthening the national food safety testing capacity to ensure that fisheries products fulfill high standards with respect to hygiene and consumer safety. Ultimately, this will contribute to Grenada meeting the SPS requirements for regional and international trade. ICA is therefore very pleased that we have reached this milestone under the project.
The Regional Caribbean Fisheries Mechanism, CRFM, was responsible for the implementation of the project. As a regional fisheries body, the CRFM focuses on enhancing coordination, capacity building, and strengthening the region's ability to promote the marketing and trade of fish and fish products. Dr. Sandra Grant serves as the Deputy Executive Director of the CRFM.
We welcome the project's activities to strengthen the Grenada Produce Chemist Laboratory by providing technical assistance in the areas of training, guidance, and of course the equipment. And today we are happy to have this laboratory equipment, which will be used for high temperature and pressure acid digestion of food, water, and environmental samples by the microwave, which is essential for environmental monitoring and residue testing for the fisheries sector.
Produce Chemist Laboratory was one of 2 laboratories in the region chosen to receive technical assistance. The support for the first project encompasses staff training in fish quality control and export, as well as guidance on the use of equipment. The 11th EDS Sanitary and Phytosanitary Measures Project seeks to increase compliance by CARIFORUM states with international sanitary and psychosanitary measures, SPS, standards and procedures to increase international and regional market access. Christelina John, GBN News.
The story to report: students and teachers of the Food and Nutrition Department of MacDonald College are now better equipped with the right tools to conduct the practical component of the subject, thanks to a donation by the Sandals Foundation today. More in this report.
That was the male students in the Food and Nutrition Department of the MacDonald College thanking Sandals Foundation for giving much-needed equipment to the school to aid in further learning for this practical subject. The Food and Nutrition Department was gifted with 1 refrigerator, 1 washing machine, 2 cookers, 1 microwave, 1 mixer, and 1 blender. Judith Best, Vice Principal and teacher of the Food and Nutrition Department, spoke of the challenges the students encountered when conducting the practical component of their class. She said they are grateful for the new items.
Because laundry, I will take it home when we have lots of towels and tablecloths to wash. Now I don't have to do that anymore. It's going to be happening right here. Initially, when we started here, we were using second-hand, probably third-hand too, from the primary schools where the program was taken out. So it was a challenge here because every year we have 30+ students to do the SBA project, the SBA component of the subject. And I tell you, the ovens are slow and the challenge continued. It is going to go a long way in making the subject easier to manage with the amount of students that we normally get doing that subject. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dillian Forrester, Public Relations Manager within Sandals, educated the students on the Sandals Foundation and its mission to prepare the future workforce for the culinary and hospitality sector.
The Sandals Foundation focuses on educational causes, environmental awareness, and community development throughout the entire Caribbean region. As you can imagine, because we are resorts, we try to empower the future of hospitality. So food and beverage is one of our largest departments, and of course, we expect that throughout the years, our communities, our local labor force is of great importance, and we want to further empower our local labor force so that we can continue spearheading our local regional brand.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Meet more of Grenada's future leaders. Green Street Pre-Primary School is at the end of the GBN ISO lens.
Tonight, we feature some of our nation's children as they showcase their future careers of choice, at least for now. Children from the Green Street Primary School celebrated Career Day today. Among their chosen careers are doctors, nurses, police officers, mechanics, and much more. Future is in great hands. Share with us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And so it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Hello, Grenada. This is Drupati, and I will be at Hubbard's Legends in concert on Saturday, 8th of July, 2023. Come out in your numbers and let's roll up the tassa. Roll up the tassa, roll up the tassa, bisassa. Oh, better roll up the tassa, roll up the tassa, bisassa. Whee!
Grill Master. Now available. Grill Master Takeaway. Healthy choices of dinner is available every day from 5 p.m. A solution to end your day with healthy, hot meals. Are you tired of fried, greasy foods, junk food, high-calorie food before bed, leading to a bad night and sleep? Grill Master brings the solution for you by offering customized, hot, fresh, healthy grilled food sustainable for after workout, your keto diet, and those who love greens. Let your last meal be your next day fresh start. Grill Master is second to none. Advance your order for pickup or delivery at 439-3737 or our WhatsApp number at 1-473-423-3737. Grill Master, second to none.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
On Saturday, July 29, Montrouge Plainfield will be transformed into a sea of grills as food, fun, and friends collide. It's the 10th annual Maggie King of the Grill competition. The best chef and barbecue kings and queens compete for cash, a new grill, and the title of Maggie King of the Grill. Come savor the flavors. Try to bust the ice cold bar and let the kids have their way in the bouncing castles, pony rides, slides, and games. Try your hand at dominoes or the beer and leg competition and win instant cash. Come 7 p.m. you go stateside to enjoy performances from top local acts. It's a whole evening of fun at the Maggie King of the Grill, Saturday, July 29 at the Montrouge Plainfield. Gates open from 12 noon. $10 get you on the inside. Powered by Maggie, Hot 98, and GBN Television.
right, welcome back, viewers and listeners, to the conversation for this Friday morning. In case you mixed up a bit, it's already the 16th day of June. Yeah, that's the date today. Friday, the 16th day of June. All right. Hope you're doing fine. Yeah. All is well. All is well. And this morning, the conversation this morning, there's something I saw here that I really like, and I want us to share some thoughts on that. The desk of the elderly within the Ministry of Social Development, in collaboration with its social partners, they observed World Elderly Abuse Awareness Day on Thursday. Now, a march, and we saw it on the television news, a march through the town of Grenville that helped to sensitize Grenadians on the issue of elderly abuse. I hate to believe that we have that sort of thing, elderly abuse in Grenada. All right, and I'd like for us to have a little conversation on that. We really have to pay our dues to our elderlies. We have to. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Oh yes, good morning to you, sir.
How are you?
Not too bad. How are you today?
I am alive and thankful.
Right, you to have a great day. You know something? Some of the most valuable trees always or sometimes decay from the inside. I say that to say that some people cannot avoid what you call the negative political slant because they're losing mental capacity. So you have to excuse them. I want to compliment the government for taking the final decision to put the St. David Secondary School at Malmont. Long overdue, and it's a dream come true, right? Also want to send a challenge to the science and technology people. I have been contemplating that for quite some time. We talk about fish shortages and so on. I'm wondering if we can't establish a fish hatchery in Grenada where we can hatch the fish and throw it back in the ocean. I leave that as a challenge for those who are concerned.
Okay.
Have a good day, sir.
You too. Thank you very much, caller. All right, a quick look at what's happening on our Facebook page. Jerry's a talker, not a winner, allegedly. Oh my God! Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Give me a few seconds. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm very glad that I get in contact with you this morning. So you can tell me if I'm wrong, because I'm hearing things, and it seems to me I have to unlearn to put myself in line with the modern trend. Now, I've heard many people give reports about this recent exam, and all what they're saying is, if they're giving in decimal, they say 56.27 people got so. To me, or they say 54.41 or 32 or whatever they want to say. Let me re-educate myself and even you and them who saying that. Them, you could say anything you want, but this is not right. Except mathematics change now the way of expressing yourself. So every time you call a point or a decimal, whether it's 5.27, you have to call out each digit. In fact, you have to even ball it out. 5.27. It's not 5.27. Well, if it's so, well, just add 27 and 5 and say 32. So you are wasting me time. Those who are educating people, some of them, look at your news and you will see if I'm lying. They gave the details about the recent examination. That's what you are trying to teach me, reteach me. This is madness. you all have to get more recent, modern education, except this one could be modern education. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Have a good one. And Jackson says they pave the way for us. Instead, we bring pain and suffering to them. Yeah, who does that? Paula Paul says, good morning, Mr. Innocent. My Grenada, Carriacou, and Pidimatnik people have a blessed and productive day. Well, same to you, Paula Paul. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent, and morning to your listeners and your viewers. You said you wanted to talk about the recent celebration of the International Day of Against Abuse for Elderly and so on. I was surprised when I heard it last night and wondered how come you didn't highlight that yesterday morning in the sense that it was going to happen. And it brings me to what I would say an expression of disappointment. For the 13th, when it was the anniversary of the assassination of the great Dr. Walter Rodney of Guyana, who wrote, among other books, How Europe Underdeveloped Africa and the History of the Upper Guinea Coast. He came to Grenada a number of times. In fact, I was fortunate to meet him in Hindley School. And he done so much for the confidence of our people and understanding where we were placed in terms of the scheme of things. And I thought that it was a little bit unreasonable. We didn't even mention at least the date of the assassination. And certainly yesterday, last time when I heard on the news about the people of the elderly, I felt that we must be in line more in terms of what is happening, and so that people could get into the spirit of what is constructive and not what is dolly house or crab hole kind of activity. In terms of the education system, in terms of people are making a fuss about the move by the government or the Ministry of Education in particular not to highlight the position of children in the exit exam. The common or whatever. I haven't really internalized the right name even after all these years. It can become a little confusing, but the common intent has been no. In which this year all students will be allowed to get into secondary school. I think it's a good beginning, and I'm encouraged that the ministry said they would do some work, sort of supportive work. I hope it happens. Because when we attempted that in Carriacou, there was no real supportive work, so maybe the scheme didn't work. But we had to break down those colonial systems, very great people based on performance. I mean, we are creating, in fact, I'm glad at this because one is trying at two things, ego and status. We are so pride ourselves, and not only that too, but I think some people are a little uncomfortable because this graduation fiasco that we've been doing, people are more concerned about celebrating rather than getting the children or each of all of us to really do content, to study. We are more concerned about ceremony, about the frills. So let us go deeper, encourage our people to read, to study, as Maurice Bishop said. Reading and studying are conscious habits for conscious people, and we must learn to ask good questions, real questions, so that we can learn. I wouldn't take long. Thank you a lot for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. It's 19 minutes after 7 o'clock on a Friday morning. Yulin Alexander says, good morning, Gordon. Good morning, Grenada. Carriacou, Pidimatnik. Blessings to all on this fantastic Friday. Have a great day and wonderful weekend, everyone. Stay safe, all. All right. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Mr. Innocent, and how are you today?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Okay. It seems that your mom is in the home?
Yes.
Okay. Well, You must visit her regular.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. She need your support now at this time,
Of course.
Back to the elderly, because she did a lot for you before. And my everything used to be in that home at one time too. My granny, she's my granny, mother, father, everything, because I grew with her from the age of 1.
Okay.
What I want to say is, for me, just simply, I don't recognize that anything in the place for us. You can't really, there's a lot of talk, but you're not seeing it on the ground. Simply, from all these business places, there's where we as elderly senior citizens would like to see. There's no only place I think I've seen that is in the credit union, and I saw one in the treasury, but it's in the treasury is not functioning. That senior citizen line. So in all business place, we should have a thing like senior citizen line for the senior citizen, because they're all over. And then look at the chant Mr. Rolo is giving is for senior citizens. We have all different category of senior citizens in Grenada. You could look at the sidewalks and you can see that there's no real area that for senior citizens. Sometimes there's not a little, you could make a little area in the town where you like the citizens know that they can go there and relax if they're feeling a little tired or weary or whatever. So there's not really anything in place. There's a lot of things in papers and in the office and in the mouth, but not in reality. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Have a great weekend.
Right, you too.
Good. All right, Mildred Smith, he can read the this is me and watch Mildred, you and Paul. All you behave now, oh gosh, all you miserable. And, I enjoy your presence here. Stay with us. Lynette Hercules, blessed Friday, Mr. Innocent. Alistair Warwood Sr. says, blessed Friday morning to my hot and spicy folks home and abroad. GBN and host, Mr. Innocent. Stay focused, folks. All right, Cynthia Bay says, the things we take for granted, never thought we as individuals have to be reminded how to treat our seniors, some of whom are our parents. Yeah, good morning, caller. Okay, we seem to have a mix-up there. Good morning.
Hello.
Hi, welcome.
It's Innocent. I don't know if you heard what I said, and I told you I would like you to comment when I talked about the percentage and the percentage and the decimal and the this and that. Would you help me to know if I'm wrong? When I say 5.76, I want, because people might be saying I'm wrong, and you see that would perturb me, just as I'm perturbed with what some of the education authorities are imparting to the world. So you help me, because I want to know if I'm wrong. Okay. You didn't say anything. I want you to comment.
All right, keep listening. All right, keep listening. Walland Quad says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. I see you are excellent in fillings. The lemongrass did well, so add strong ginger to the mix. Stay excellent. Yeah, that is true. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent. How are you?
I am alive and so very thankful. How about you?
I'm alive, thanking God for life, just for you, and thanking God for the rain and the mangoes, but I'm sorry we have the mangoes wasting. That brings me tears. But let me go to my substantive points, as Mr. Rulo and Miss Anne-Marie do say. I grew up in the 60s, in the 60s, because I was born in 58. In the 60s and the 70s, where I hear mothers mostly in my village saying, I'm letting go my cock, tie your hen. And these were the people in the lower echelon of the society. Those in the higher echelon, I used to hear the men saying, sow your wild oats. Now, this is where the homes that where most of our men today come from, where the mothers are saying, go, like they're saying, go out there, and they're saying, tie your hand. So to me, what they were saying, your girl, you're supposed to keep your girl child under control. I let him go my boy child. But in saying that, they never taught their boy child how to be a father, how to be a husband, how to love a woman. They never tell the boy child where sex is, the place sex is supposed to be. Sex is for marriage, because I'm saying that, I take it for granted that there are a lot of Christians in Grenada. Every nook and cranny in Grenada, there's a Christian denomination. And Christian denomination is supposed to be following the dictates of the Bible, and the Bible says sex is for marriage. Okay, I'm not arguing religion here. I'm just saying what I believe based on what I was taught growing up in a Christian church. Now today, what do we have? Our men just go in there and sowing their wild oats without, some of them, not all, some, without looking back. Children are being born, children are coming into the world, and they're like, it's the woman's responsibility. Now we are bashing the men and telling the men, take care of your children, take care of your children, but it is not in their mindset. It's not even in some of them DNA. A lot of these men do not even know how to be a father because they have never seen a father in their home. They do not know how to be a husband because they have never seen a husband. A woman cannot grow up a boy child alone. Now, we are telling our men to man up and be husband and fathers, when they do not know, they do not have an understanding. And a lot of these mothers who grow up their children alone in hardship do not want their son to go out there and get married and treat another woman right, because they didn't get it for themselves. They want their boys for themselves to take care of them. The boy comes as an insurance policy for them. We are asking our boys, our young men, our men today to wear a heavy crown that they cannot wear, to be husbands and to be fathers, where they have no idea how to do that. Now, in our society, we have learned well how to master the art of faking love for sex. Women do it, men do it. To women, because there is a shortage of jobs, they go to a man, they pretend they love them, just to have sex with them, to trap him into getting them pregnant to give her a child, because the law says a child is a child. So they are thinking, once that man give me a child, and some of them go behind men who have something, I'll get something from him. If he don't want to give it, I could take him to court. But you see that they have shot, a lot of them have shot themselves in their foot because it's not working out for them. How can we bash our men and telling them to be fathers, husbands and fathers, because I always say husband come before father. When we are in a society where, to make it worse, people worship fornication, worship sex out of marriage. We have all kind of variation of sex. So the man just wants sex. He could get his sex free. He could go anywhere and get his sexual pleasure. They have gadgets now. They have robots now. They have all kind of things people do to get sexual pleasure. The man doesn't feel obligated to want to marry and settle down and take on the burden of a family. In addition to that, we have something in our DNA that we have to fast and pray to get rid of. On the plantation, I'm sure you must have heard that, Mr. Innocent, Mr. Joseph, that the masters used to just sew children for reproduce strength for labor. So they put a nice, handsome, strong, healthy man in a pen. We have pen. We have one in St. Patrick, a slave pen. Women line up and have sex with them. Some of them had to have sex with their own mother, their own sisters. That was the reality. That is what we are coming from. This is in our DNA.
Okay.
So we do not. The men. So we have to. What we have to do. We have to education and spiritual counseling, a lot of prayer and fasting to help our men or women to understand where sex is supposed to happen. To probably, I'm thinking that they should have a parenting class in the secondary school at Form 5 level, because it's too late at times this year, because them little children already experiencing with sex based on what they see. I do not want to take much of your time.
All right.
I hope it makes sense, sir.
Okay, yes, you did.
Yes.
All right, thanks. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Have a good weekend.
You too, sir.
Bye-bye. 30 minutes after 7 o'clock. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Mention the wing high, then you have things like man, you must come back, you know. We have the low power that.
It is kind of like the same man, and it's just different name for the same kind of thing.
And last but not least, I just want to say to all the men who saw me, call me, and ask for a piece of cake. I'm baking this weekend.
Join us Fridays at 8 on GBN Television, K105 FM, GBN's Facebook page, and YouTube channel for We Culture.
Coming up, visitors just keep flowing into Jamaica. We'll tell you why. There's hope for pancreatic cancer patients, thanks to top medical experts with assistance from the corporate world. The Commonwealth Youth Games are on the horizon, and the Caribbean's top junior athletes are already in fine form. One of the best getaway resorts, a serving of nature's gifts. It's all coming up on this station.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Records at the Traffic Department shows that a total of 1,447 accidents were reported for the year 2012, which includes 3 road fatalities. 2,946 accidents were reported for the year 2022, which includes 8 road fatalities. This is a significant increase of 104%. This is alarming.
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. The conversation, it's 27 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. I hope that whatever you're doing, you're having a wonderful day thus far. Remember, life is short. You know, enjoy it to the fullest. Do the right things. Enjoy your life. Climb and maintain. Pray and worship. That's how we do it, right? Nice. Hope everything is fine. Let's do this. All right. Raphael George, my partner, he says, good morning, my Grenadian family. Just think I'll be home soon again for mango oil down fresh seawater swim and to sing a kaiso. Muscles, love you guys. Stay safe until. Muscles. All right. When you coming, boy? All right. Annette Ragbasin says, Mr. Susu lose another huge Susu hand. Good morning, caller.
Mr. Joseph.
Good morning,
Joseph.
citizen.
Listen, I I just stick to two little things. My favorite caller appointment made a point there this morning, which is extremely important. I heard it over the past 2 days, I think. The reading of decimals. I mean, I've been down here some time, but even recently, helping my little ones, I think that the process of reading decimals hasn't changed. I heard some figures with the complete numbers being read after the point coming through on radio from a so-called journalist reporter. What do you know how I call them? Access repeating trucklers. They don't deserve to be. And these are the people who are aiding and abetting in the poor standards of our children. Because you hear things. Where you hear that, boy? Boy, I hear that on the radio. Tell me a lie. A lie? Tell me a lie, no? No. We hear on the radio and we learn. Thus, what we hear on the radio ought to be correct of this proper standard. So when you hear this sort of thing, you won't understand why we're poor in mathematics. How dare you? And I trust that I want to ask your entity to hire a person, a proofreader, or an editor, someone who looks after what is to be said on radio, coming from the people who work there, behind the microphones. I mean, you can hear when somebody call in, you would understand. I don't understand. But when it comes from behind the microphone of the radio station, it ought to be correct. They keep speaking of adopted parents. How can you have an adopted parents? Young ones, children, sons and daughters do not adopt parents. The child, the young one, is the adopted one, ED. But if it's the parent is the adoptive. That's the language, IVE. But they continue to intern people in cemeteries, for Christ's sake. Why don't we get this thing right? We continue to tell you people from residing at Gov. I mean, for Christ's sake, why don't we do better? And it is there, and they've been told. But it depends of your tone if you don't tell them in the correct way. No, the truth is, what is to be? Hamlet in his soliloquy asks the question, to be or not to be? Until when shall we continue this poor standards in this here country? It's time to lift the bar. Finally, I heard about some new schools being built or being prepared to be built. And I laud and applaud that. Great. It's time our school children have adequate and appropriate ambience to study. But I have a question. They're all church schools, quote unquote, the St. David's Catholic, the St. Andrew's Anglican, and the whatnot Christian Academy. My question is, whose money is being spent to build schools for the church? And who will control the assets of these buildings after they've been constructed? Just provocative question. Have a nice weekend, will you, Mr. Joseph?
You too, Citizen Rule. Have a great one yourself. It's 21 minutes on to 8 o'clock. One of our WhatsApp contributors says, good morning, sir. I was so happy to see that the elderly was appreciated yesterday. Negative people will always be negative. That's how their mindset is set. Love another people and stop talking badly against each other. Okay. All right. Let's go to the phone line. Good morning, caller.
Hey, good morning, sir.
Morning. Welcome to the program.
How is everything? Now, I told him in the past years gone by, the past comments in the past, I told him that Mr. Will need a job. I told him on the radio clear that I mean, I said, we say, I mean, I know they respect him. But he need a job. I said, the man get to go and teach you English in school and history in school because the man know his stuff. I ain't boasting himself, well educated and he well learned in the past day school under the English people. I even challenge him at all myself when he say about the Queen and this and that. I asked him where he learned, even from the English school, what they build. He told me yes. But the man need a job to uplift the bad standard of this country before you go on, man. Because everybody have a part to play in this earth. Everybody have a part to play before they die. The man have a part to play in this country to uplift the standard of education, all that history. The man know his stuff. I ain't both some
Okay.
You know, he need a walk somewhere. Tell him on the past time, in any case, though. Put them to repair all the ambulance up in the hospital, and they will pay for them. To them that clear, plain out. The man know mechanic stuff. The man intelligent. Get jacket himself. Oh, look good. He's a Grenadian, a black man. He need a help.
Okay.
He need a work to help himself and take care of others and them. All right. Look correcting radio station. I mean, in any case, when you had Miss Maguire and Lou Smith and Mr. Woman, because them got bad language on the radio station. They may know the stuff. But now we get to people can talk, but we can read news and read news every day.
Okay. Thank you. Good. 19 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is our time. Mildred Smith says, okay, Alistair, who I would say in the Old Testament, men didn't have kids till they were fully matured, and in the 70s, today men want to have kids in the 30s. In the 20s rather, men are still children having kids in the 20s. Okay, let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Hello, good morning. All right. The conversation last week was all about John Anthony Rollo concerning he was removed from the seed program, and we know he had a call by the minister. I would like John Anthony Rollo to let us know if he was really removed from. We dealt with that already, Ernesto. What happened to you? That was already dealt with. All right, let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. How are you doing?
I am alive and thankful.
Okay, just some food for thought. Because you will notice that the Food and Nutrition Council having some emphasis on the NDCs. And there's a workshop in Barbados suggesting things like the hypertension and the diabetes. Because it is projected by 2025, about 50% of people, the black people in the Caribbean, will be affected by hypertension. My take is that while the research has not been done, but growing up, children need to be much more active and children need to be what we call hunters. So I believe that fruits like the tambran, the damsel, the fat pork, the bread and cheese, the coulis tambran, all these things contributed to overall health of people. Yes, we're not as active as before, and our diet has changed. But children nowadays no longer pursue these what we call exotic fruits. And I believe that these fruits, like Mr. Joseph, when growing up, you will have known of the tambran, the fat pork, the bread and cheese.
Fat pork still reading?
Yeah, very few, because again, most of them have been cut down to do industrial development and things. So.
Yeah, because fat pork used to be more in the beach areas, eh?
Yes. There's another fruit I believe that had a good impact on people, something called the waterlemon.
Yeah.
I remember, if you remember I'm not too sure if you remember the watermelon.
The waterlemon, yes.
Waterlemon.
The little orange, yellow
fruit in a pack.
I got a bottle of waterlemon juice from a good friend of mine last week, and oh my goodness, it was awesome.
Yes. So I believe the research needs to be done as to see how much these fruits contributed to people's overall health and well-being. So that's my contribution.
Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, right? Yeah, that's so true, man. Everything nowadays is, in a box or a bottle. Children don't have the luxury of going out in the field hunting, and I remember as a little boy going up the mountains and hunt. look for the manico. I don't eat it, but and while doing that, while doing that with Good morning, caller.
Yeah, call back in the case concerning the gentleman. I just talk about the things children need to pass and now. Now the children want to meet everything ready made, and they don't from the parents. The parents don't want the children go through what they go through in their time, so they make them nice and feel happy and feel like the best way. But children, they're lazy. They don't work hard. So the body can get enough physical to burn what they eating, all the old thing they eating. That's the whole problem. So you don't walk much, then sweat, then exercise, you just walk and drive and drive and drive and drive and then walk in, then walk in and animals see after.
Okay.
No pig, no goat, no fowl, no sheep, nothing. Then the yard and all, they're taking care of and everything. So when children go in a kind of manner, eating all that junk and then burn it out, they must get sick.
Okay.
They must sick. They'll explain that. And they must have extra fat because it's not kind of old thing they're eating. And then burn it out. But if you burn it out, you must feel better. Any problem with grandchildren,
All right.
Grandchildren get everything ready made. So they just lavish and then not watch television, watch it for the whole day, they have a laptop. Then do nothing. So what they going to be healthy and strong, and that's the radiation they're getting back on from that system.
Okay, caller. Thank you. 14 minutes on to the hour of 8 o'clock. That is our time. Let's take some comments from our WhatsApp platform. And someone says, there seems to be a tendency from the callers to always blame all problems on some foreign influence. If Grenadians want to do something for the nation, stop the blame game. Learn how to produce products that can be exported. The money will return. Export more and of what we make and learn to earn here. Exporting our educated youth and depending solely on cruise ships only enriches the few and is seasonal. Export goods, bring money back. Enjoy your day. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. All right. Also, someone says, good morning, Innocent. The medical field in Grenada is in need of nurses, technicians, etc. My suggestion is during the summer, run a 6-week course in nursing assistant. Could be offered to high school children who are interested. They can be paid a stipend during this time. This gets their interest in the medical field. Get them to earn some money and keep them off the street from getting in trouble. The old cars they are taking off the streets, use that to teach the kids to strip and repair those cars, giving them an opportunity to learn about mechanics. There are lots of areas to keep the kids employed and earning some money during the summer. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Mr. Innocent, let me just reorganize your thinking or your brain. Fat folk, the trees mainly go around, or used to go around the riverside, not by the seaside, except now we call a river a sea, or we call a sea a river. Now, I want to go back further what I was saying. I think you take what your beloved friend, your eloquent and witty, or the man that most people criticize what he says. But you didn't encourage me to say more when I was telling you about the exam. What you learned from him, I guess you didn't learn from me.
What is it you're trying to say?
I said from the beginning about the decimal. I said when I called that you cannot, every decimal digit, that every digit that comes after a decimal point, you have to call it out. And I give example. You cannot say, or you shouldn't say, you could say anything you want. But it is not right to say 5.71. You have to say 5.71.
Okay.
It's every digit that comes, whether you say more than 8, it can go 10 and 11. Or 6 is less than 1. Since it comes by the point, you could have a million digits after the point. It's still less than 1 whole.
You know what I mean by that? It could be one mango, one boy, or one girl, or whatever it is, but it's less than one. So I said we are being educated the wrong way. You have the wrong people trying to reorganize the thinking of the modern day citizen, which is me. I live up to date. I don't brag in myself. I'm not as good as your friend that last called and you listen to him attentively. But I know a lot.
Okay, caller. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you, my friend.
Have a good one. Yes, bye-bye. Anne-Marie Stewart says fat pork was grown in the wooded area. Okay. We take a final commercial break in the segment and then we come back with the wrap. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be back after these messages.
On Saturday, July 29, Montrouge Plainfield will be transformed into a sea of grills as food, fun, and friends collide. It's the 10th annual Maggie King of the Grill competition. The best chef and barbecue kings and queens compete for cash, a new grill, and the title of Maggie King of the Grill. Come savor the flavors. Try to bust the ice cold bar and let the kids have their way in the bouncing castles, pony rides, slides, and games. Try your hand at dominoes or the beer and leg competition and win instant cash. Come 7 p.m. you go stateside to enjoy performances from top local acts. It's a whole evening of fun at the Maggie King of the Grill. Saturday, July 29 at the Montrouge Plainfield. Gates open from 12 noon. $10 get you on the inside. Powered by Maggie, Hot 98, and GBN Television.
Looking for that injection of vibes and energy, of course? Well, I've got just that. Hi, my name is Gary Mr. Smooth, and I'm inviting you to join me on the Hot Morning Show on Hot 98.5, 98.7 FM. Weekdays, Monday to Friday, 6 to 10 in the morning. I've got a healthy dose of your favorite and most infectious hits sampled with information, news, laughter, and all the other ingredients that go into making the hottest morning show on the radio. The Morning Heat. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit us up on WhatsApp, 435-7517. We've got topics, we've got discussions, calls, voice notes, and so much more. But I can't tell you everything. You gotta tune in. The Hot Morning Show on Hot FM 98.5, 98.7 with yours truly, Gary Mr. Smooth. Kaboom!
Feel good facts. Help prevent cold and flu by washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. That's the time it takes to remove most germs. No soap and water? No worries when you've got alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. The final 5 minutes of the program. Good morning, caller.
A minute. I like to learn, and I learn a lot from Citizen Rolo. I was on the program already, but I just want to share this. Only yesterday I was looking up the health benefits of mango, and mango has protein, and I didn't even realize that. Mango alone is loaded with enough nutrients to sustain us. You know, well, you need a balance of food, but for instance, it's only mango alone we have to eat. That could sustain us.
Okay.
I mean, and it's wasting now. I mean, I'm crying every time mango in season. I just cry because the box juice is not good. They have too much sugar. That is going to. Most of our children, by the time they reach 20, they will be diabetic if they keep consuming these box juices. Let the holiday coming up, I suggest to President, I'm trying to peel the mangoes, put them in Ziploc bags, pack them. Some people have deep freezer. Don't let the mangoes waste the way they're wasting. Oh gosh, it's making me cry.
Okay.
So I can't go on no more, starting to cry. Thank you.
Have a good one. All right, bye-bye. Don't cry. 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Alison Cox Osplund. How does North Americans eat? We are part of the continent of North America. Paul, hope you did not. This caller want to bash on Mr. Innocent about who listening to. I don't bother them. I don't. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Innocent. How are you going?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
You sung a little stronger this morning.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Thank God.
Yes.
You look what you take walk.
The thing walk.
Yes. I want to say a little on the elderly because again old too.
Okay.
So I like the law I'm going to put in place because and I am asking God, help me have a strong hand. And I want to also learn to read and write, so I have a little education. So when my pampers wet, I could write on a paper, please change me. And I have in the next one, if I go in a home, I don't know what will happen yet.
Okay.
When the supervisor pass, I could give her the next one and ask them, please help me. Tell them to change me. Because, when you in a home, you come back like a child again. And I visit some home and I find some of the people really lapsing. When you go in and visit the home, you must send an invitation. You just can't go. So if you know people come in and visit, well, do a little thing, work a little hard that they know. Keep them clean and dry. You go in and visit a home, since you reach in the veranda, you smelling the pee until you reach inside it. Don't do the elderly that. So I want them to check and are happy that they are going to pass with them, go do a better job with the elderly. Elderly suffering with it that much,
I didn't realize that.
Even with a family, even with workers, some people just do the thing because they get a salary. But they really don't treat some of the elderly people bad because sometimes they can't speak to tell their parents or to tell somebody what's happening to them. So I want them to supervise the home good too. I know for all home. I don't go in all home in Grenada. But what I go, these people and them is lapsing. Have a good day, my brother.
You too, huh? Have a good weekend.
Okay, my boy.
All right, have a good one. 435-2041. 2 minutes left. Deborah Hunt Tommy. Good morning, Grenada. Blessings from Brooklyn, New York. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Mr. Anderson. How are you doing?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Well, I'm not so well, but let me just say something to you. I appreciate and admire your style doing things on a morning time from 2 minutes after 5. I would like to say something here. It's like Peter Tosh. It's like Bonnie Wheeler. It's like Morgan Heritage. And the list can go on. They also have very good spiritual songs. And so maybe reggae songs you probably want to say or what. And I think that probably most mornings, some songs that you could say. So I I mean, too regular, too often. So we can mix a little more because, I mean, I appreciate all of it, but I don't have some of it. I don't get some of it. On the other hand, I don't like bashing callers very much, but it's Noel. For example, this morning he called 3 times, and so every time he calls, he has a problem. He has to turn down his radio and whatnot. He may be making good points, you know. But I think he has to check himself a little more. Because the radio is always a problem, it's a noise and whatnot. Thank you very much.
Have a good weekend, right? All right, thank you very much, callers. And this is where we've got to wrap it up for today. It's been a pleasure being around with you from Monday up to today. We do not have the program tomorrow. However, tomorrow you can join me from 6 for the West Indian Marketplace. It will be very interesting as usual. And we need a well-balanced diet to be healthy. Too much of one food is not good to eat. So you cannot eat mango alone. Yeah, I could eat a bucket of starch mango. Folks, thank you for being a part of the program. It's always a pleasure to be around with you. And should the good Lord be with us on our side, we'll have a next one next week, Monday. Have a great day. Be safe on the weekend. I want to be talking with you, not about you. Do not be a part of the statistics that's going the wrong way. All right? Create your own niche and make a path. All right? Have a good one. Love you. Bye-bye. I'm gone. Bye-bye.